Yo, what's up, everybody? Welcome to Shotz. I'm your host, Fuma B, presented by Spike Punch. Yo, we got a guest today. You know what I mean? Special guest, my man Radio B.
Oh, thanks for having me.
What's happening, champ? Yeah, man. How you feel today, homie?
I feel great.
Yeah.
I feel great, man.
Yeah, man. Start off, man. Tell everybody who you is, man.
Radio B. I'm a hip-hop artist from Richmond, Virginia, platform builder, founder of RV Rap Elite, AGM, Mama Joe's Collection, number of things.
All right.
Yeah.
Okay. Where you from, man?
I'm originally from New York, but I'm Richmond's own. I've been here majority of my life. So I came up on the south side.
It's about where you from or it's about where you at?
Oh, it's always about where you at.
My nigga. No doubt.
For sure.
Yeah, man. So,
unless you from Richmond.
Yeah.
And then it's always about where you from.
Yeah. Yo, so tell us a little about yourself, man. How you get into hip hop, man?
Man, that's a deep question. I was born in the Bronx. So I was born in the same place hip hop was birthed. So, I was, surrounded by it. My brother used to rap, but I didn't really get into it. I didn't really start writing and rapping until I was maybe a sophomore in high school.
Okay.
But it was really because of the ciphers and things that was going on in the hallways and football games, and that was what intrigued me the most about actually wanting to try to write raps, just to get into that energy. So that was what motivated me, being around some dope MCs.
Yeah.
In high school.
Is that environment is that what inspired you to rap, or is just
for sure? I think I've always been a huge music lover, just being around my parents, a lot of road trips and things like that, and being tapped in to hip hop in general, but actually wanting to rap or taking the initiative to actually try to craft it myself. That came from the energy of seeing peers do it. You know what I'm saying? I think a lot of times when people decide or take an effort to do something, it's because they see it humanized. You know what I'm saying? Because a lot of times you can watch all your favorite rappers on TV, you know what I'm saying, or listen to their CDs, but you'll think that you gotta be something special or gotta be something elevated in order for you to do it. It doesn't seem like something that the average person can do.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So when you start seeing your peers, people that you go to school with, do it, then you start to think, I might could do this too.
Word. Yeah, man. I listen to quite a lot of your music over the week, and I'm big on content.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? You got a lot of content. You know what I mean?
I appreciate that.
You got something to say, and I appreciate that. You know what I mean? I listen
Thank
to
you.
your joint Revolution.
Oh yeah.
I thought
that was a sleeper, man.
Yeah, that shit good, man.
Yeah.
I love that.
Shout out to Andrew Hypes. He did the production.
Okay. Yeah, I want to see who did the production. Well, one of my personal favorites, I like The Shining.
Oh yeah. Now see that goes. So that's crazy because the Revolution is probably one of the most recent records that I released, and then The Shining is on Whole Foods, which even though if you look at it, the deluxe version of Whole Foods is recent, but Whole Foods itself was an album that came out in 2013, so it's an older record.
I seen the old record, but then I seen like you kind of updated it, re-released it. I know exactly what it was.
I re-released it last year. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, man. That song fucking crazy, man. I played that shit 5 times in a row.
I appreciate it. That's one of my favorites too. I love that sample too.
That shit groovy as fuck, yo. Tell us a little more about the RVA Rap Elite, man.
Oh man.
It's time for war. Make some fucking noise, Rap Elite.
It's my crowning jewel, man. RVA Rap Elite. It's an incredible platform, man, especially for those that really appreciate lyricists, appreciate MCs that really take their time to craft bars and still want to write raps that are not only competitive but can move an audience. You know what I'm saying? And that's really what Rap Lead is about. It's about providing a platform that gives MCs room to progress and grow and strengthen their craft and really just cut their teeth. You know what I mean? Like when we were coming up, that was just the environment. Like if you rapped, you know what I'm saying? Like you were in these environments that were competitive and you were in ciphers and you had to go out and prove that you could rap. Like, you know what I'm saying? You had to go out in public and rap somewhere and they had to be like, yo, you can rap at the minimal. And then from there, you get to like where you actually move rooms, you know, like you might shut a cipher down or you might be at the barbershop and you rap and then everybody's like, you know what I mean? And then you take those moments and they add to your confidence. It turns, you know what I mean? It puts a chip on your shoulder as an MC. And that's what you end up carrying into the studio when you start to record your music because you know you somebody now.
That confidence,
you know what I'm saying?
Big part.
How that reflects to a record. You know what I'm saying? But a lot of these artists in this generation never had that experience. So it's like, where do you muster that confidence to, you know what I'm saying, to actually, but also the music is different, you know what I'm saying? But so what we wanted to do, we understand that like the concept of being an MC, that term was becoming like quiet, like it was real quiet on that term, you know what I'm saying? Nobody was calling themselves MCs, nobody's referring to MCs. So we wanted to make sure we had a platform where MCs still existed and had a space to really blossom, and we've done a good job of that.
But I'm glad you referencing MCs because you know I say it all the time. I only watch the show a few times, talk to a couple of people, and I always know it's like, you know, you're a rapper or MC, you know, because I come from the beginning, you know what I mean? Yeah. So I respect lyricists and I respect the whole game. And I think it's a place for everybody in the game. But
facts.
I do respect. I think you gotta have some kind of MC in you to even be a good rapper.
Absolutely.
You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
And so and a lot of people don't even know the difference.
They don't.
You know what I mean?
They don't know
you know what I mean?
The mechanics. They don't know you know what it is that, you know, separates one from the other, or you know, or what the value of being an MC is. You know what I'm saying? So like it was everything before. Now it's like,
now it's just kind of,
you know, it's like it's a niche thing.
Everybody just want to hit. Everybody want a song or whatever get played,
go viral, or TikTok
rappers,
or whatever.
You know
like, so it's like what I had to figure out was how do you reverse engineer it to where you can make that concept fresh to where young people will gravitate to it. You know what I'm saying? So that's why we film all of our ciphers and we provide, you know, the MCs with their footage and stuff like that so they can utilize it on their social media or whatever purposes they want to use it for. It's content, because everybody want to have content, right? So I think that's what helped us kind of bridge the gap between this generation and, you know, the energy that we was looking for. So we try to figure out a bunch of different ways to do that, but that's our goal, to be modern and be nostalgic.
Word. Where do these ciphers take place?
The monthly event that we've had the last 2 years has been at the Hofheimer. We're actually we just had our season finale this past Sunday for season 4, and that's going to be our last episode at the Hofheimer. But we already do have our new. I'll give you the exclusive. Our new location is going to be Tang and Biscuit.
Okay.
So that's where we're going to be at next season.
All right, cool. I heard about them. I haven't had a chance to catch one yet, but I'm definitely gonna come down.
Yeah, we've done a couple. We did a couple Southpaw Battle Coalition for our tournament. We did our first events there for that. So we're familiar with the building and the staff, and it's a good vibe and it's a good aesthetic in there. So I think Rap Elite will do well in there.
Are they MCs from here or just from anywhere? Anybody can get in it? Or?
Anybody can get in it. We're in Rap Elite, the open ciphers, we always do like it's a 30 MC cap. But we have a lot of MCs that come up from 757. 757 has a huge presence in RVA Rap Elite. In fact, our season finale, the MC that won that particular last episode, he's from 757, an MC by the name of Kello. Okay. And our last MVP for season 3, he was named Basic. He was also from 757. So we just actually did an 804 versus 757 Cypher versus Cypher. It was 6-on-6. Yeah. We had to, we had to handle some business. I was actually in that. I was the team captain for 804 and Intellect, who's an incredible MC from the 757. Yeah, shout out to Intellect. But it was dope. It was real dope. We'll be dropping that soon.
All right, that's what's up, man. I look forward to coming and see how it go down, man. I love shit like that. You know what I mean? If someone wanted to get in a cypher or battle, how would they do it?
So battles, you want to reach out to me direct, and we can talk about that. That takes a little bit more planning. Okay. But when it comes to the ciphers, soon as just follow RVA Rap Elite or go to rvarapelite.com and sign up or do the subscription through the website, and you'll be the first to know. If you follow us on Instagram, then you'll be aware when signups open up. We do signups relatively a month before each episode, so we try to max our MCs out, and then once we get them maxed out, then we do our draft. So we have a fantasy draft. So it's like 10 influencers or like different people that are in the Richmond hip hop community that draft 3 of the 30 MCs. So it's like 10 teams of 3. It's done like you would do fantasy football. You know what I'm saying? So basically the points from those MCs go towards those particular GMs, and they have their own competition based on how they've been scouting the MCs. But we do that so that we can give the MCs an opportunity to be in front of and have eyes on them from people that that do different things, whether it be from RVA Mag or iPower or whatever the different platforms. There's a bunch of different platforms that are represented. WRIR, because we have Hip Hop Henry, Cheats Movement podcast. So yeah, that's our goal, is to try to give our MCs as much opportunity to be seen and be appreciated.
Word, sounds good, man. I was just wanted to ask for anybody who watching and thought they might want to get in it. That's why I asked you.
Yeah, definitely. We I would always say any MCs, and young or old, that's the other thing. Our ciphers have had MCs from age ranges 15 up to 48. So and everywhere in between, white, black, young, old, male, female. You know what I'm saying? No, our MVP this season is Mila Mansers, our first woman MVP. Mm-hmm. The women really, the women MCs really dominated this season. It's crazy. Like, it's at least probably 4 or 5 of them in the top 20 MCs, and we had multiple women MCs that were champions this year, and then a woman MVP. So they definitely showed out.
Shout
this
to the
season.
queens, man.
Yeah,
I love females.
definitely.
I love females who can spit.
Yeah. I seen a lot of growth this year. It's crazy.
Nothing like it, yo. But tell me about Flag on the Moon.
Flag on the Moon. It's this Sunday. Flag on the Moon 6 is our 6th annual. Well, semi-annual, because there's been a couple years we missed. Last year we missed, obviously, because of COVID. It's a concert that we do at the end of the year at the Broadberry. It started out as a concert to celebrate my birthday, but over the years it's continued to just grow into like kind of like a year end to celebrate Richmond hip hop and the artists that were killing it the most. Those are the ones that we try to get on our stage and put a big bill together. There's not a feeling of a show in Richmond in independent hip hop that rivals Flag on the Moon every year. Every year it's like, it's insane. It's a different kind of energy in that building.
All right. Sounds good, man. Sounds good. Okay. Just want to ask you, are you still currently making music, right?
Of course.
You do shows, anything like that?
Yeah.
You do?
For sure.
Okay. How do you What do you do shows and how do you get booked for shows?
Anybody that's looking to book me, reach out, send me an email, radioblitz12@gmail. Reach out to me through my website, Kill the Dreamer, or shoot me a DM on Instagram. I'm always open. It depends upon what I've got going on schedule wise, and if we can figure it out with whoever's budget. But I'm always open to do shows. So
Cool. Okay, I got a couple of last questions for you. I want to ask you, what is your end game? What is your goals as far as like this hip hop business?
There's never an end game. I work on an eternity type basis. For any work that I do, anything that I create, I want it to outlive me. So I can't have an end game in that respect. But my purpose is to always uplift, preserve, and evolve the hip hop culture, not only in Richmond but in general. For my music to stand as a something for people to be inspired by, to be related to help people through whatever it is that they may be going through, or just to inspire other MCs to elevate their craft as well. So it's like I have a lot of different goals when it comes to my music, but also address a lot of things that are going on in the world. So it's really, my music is just my perspective on the world around me, and just elevating that craft as much as possible. So
okay, but tell me something you want to do that you haven't done yet.
Oh man, it's a lot, man. One, I definitely want to. That's loaded. That's super loaded. Because if I pick one and I feel like I putting it over all the rest of my goals.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? For me, I think I would like to take RVA Rap Elite internationally. Like, I want it to be, I'll tell you one thing that I think I wouldn't mind being over top of my other goals. My goal is for like Richmond to be like an underground hip hop mecca. You know what I mean? Like, I want people to want to come to Richmond to experience the hip hop scene. Like, I gotta come to RVA Rap Elite to see these MCs. Like, I want like a legion of MCs to come out of Rap Elite, and whatever other platforms. You know what I'm saying? And for people to be like, yo, that they breed them different down there. You know what I'm saying? Like, and so one of the things, I definitely want to take Rap Elite on tour, but I also want it to be a thing where people will come from out of town and say, like, whether they come to rap or whether they come just to actually be in the presence of the scene. That's my goal. I feel like we have one of the most incredible hip hop scenes and incredible collection of artists. As far as styles and skill levels and production, everything. So I think there's nothing that really prevents us from being that. It's just a matter of actually, continuing the path, the course that we're on right now. Right,
that's a good answer, man, because that's kind of what I wanted you to say. It's definitely some talent.
Yeah.
Some talent here in Richmond, Virginia, man. I feel like we've been getting looked over too long.
Absolutely.
You know what I mean?
100%.
Yeah, man. Well, that's it as far as my questions, man. I usually end with a couple of fun questions. Fun note. So I just got a couple of questions for you. I'm gonna start off, man. Give me your top five artists.
Top 5 dead or alive, or
dead
top
alive.
5
dead or alive. It's on you, man.
Man,
Just
I hate
first.
this question.
I know.
I
usually tell people
by now I should have settled on one, but I think mine changes. I think that's why I feel like it changes. I feel like it's not fair for me to keep it the same forever. Like, that just means like nobody's elevating. But like, I mean, Jay-Z sits at the top for me.
You're right.
Nas,
of course.
Man, at one time I would have said Eminem. No offense to Eminem, but
mad at it.
it's just not been it ain't been there for me for
For
a
a while. Got you.
So still big for
Of course.
sure.
Okay, Big Papa.
But now if we talking about just my personal, right? Like are we talking about
Whatever you want to do, man.
greatness?
Whatever.
No, that's a different question.
I know it is. When I say top 5, if I don't put no links on it, do you? You know what I'm saying? Because I know sometimes be like the best lyricist or your personal favorite, or just the top 5.
If we say greatness, I'm gonna put Pac in that. You know what I'm saying? But if we talking about personal favorites, I'm probably not gonna put him in there.
All
you know
right,
what I'm
that's
saying?
fair.
So like if we talking about
fair.
personal favorites, then just so we can get the new school in there, right? So after you got Jay, you got Nas, you got Big.
Right.
I'm gonna go Kendrick.
Right.
You know, and I'm gonna go Nicholas F.
All right.
Yeah.
Okay. That's dope. That's different. Well, let me ask you this: if you could work with anyone, any one of those artists, which one would it be?
Well, I've done 1 million records with Nicholas F.
All right.
But Jay-Z. There's no hands down. Yeah, there's no question there. Like, you know what I mean?
I want to do a song with Hov.
Yeah, man. Nah, he's the greatest of all time. No question. There's nothing to debate about that.
No doubt. You know what I'm saying? Before we go, man, give everybody your plug, how they can reach you before we get out here.
You can find me at Radio Blitz on Instagram, Twitter. KillTheDreamer.com is my website. Obviously RVARapElite.com, MamaJoesCollection.com, all of the good things.
Well, that's it, man. Well, thanks for coming on the show. Pleasure to interview you, sit here and talk to you, man. Good brother. I wish you all the love and support, man, and I'll be out to support you soon, man. And everybody, that concludes the episode of Shotz, represented by Spike Punch. Fuma Beats, we do this shit. We out. Bless.
Shotz.